Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is the assignment for week 8. So I want you to look at your reading book. Today you will be reading pages 217, 218, and 219. And then you will have an assignment on those pages. So we're starting with page 217, and we are going to connect reading and writing. We're going to practice this together right now. This is a review for your test, which will be next week, week 9. So if you are with me on page 217 of your reading book, if you look at the bottom, it says 217 of your reading book, not practice book. We're going to practice this page together. The first part is critical thinking, which is sum it up. So this is a summary of everything you have learned so far about immigrants today. Review the reasons people immigrate and how they build new lives. Use your cause and effect chart to summarize what you have learned. So I gave you the answer key for the cause and effect. I also went over the cause and effects of immigration on our Zoom meeting last week. So you can review your notes for that part. So sum it up معناتها السمري يعني التلخيص. شو تعلمنا عن الكاز الأسباب والأفكت يعني النتيجة عن موضوع الإميجريشن الهجرة إلى الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. So here's an example. America offers freedom and promises a better life. أمريكا تعطينا الحرية وتوعدنا بالحياة الأفضل. The effect التأثير immigrants come for many reasons. الimmigrants بيجوا لأسباب عديدة. Cause and effect chart. So this is called a cause and effect chart. يعني هاي الرسمة نسميها cause and effect. السبب والنتيجة. I also want you to make judgments. What does it mean to make a judgment? What do you think is the hardest part of adjusting to a new culture and why? So you answer this question. You can talk to a partner. You can talk to your parents. What do you think is the hardest part of adjusting? Let's review that word. If you adjust, you get used to a new culture. A lot of you guys came to the United States. You guys came to Michigan. It took you time to adjust, to get used to the new place, the new culture, your new school, Riverside Middle School. So شو هو أصعب شيء أصعب جزء a hardest part of adjusting to a new culture إنه واحد يتعود على التقاليد الجديدة. Okay, so adjust معناته يتعود على الشيء. Number 3, compare in the lemon story. What difficulties does the mother have in learning a foreign language? When we compare, we talk about similarities and differences. So we're going to discuss these during our Zoom meeting. So بدنا نقارن. When we compare, we talk about similarities or differences. What difficulties, things that were hard, does the mother have in learning a foreign language and learning a new language? So foreign means it's new language. شو هي الصعوبات اللي واجهتها الأم بقصة الليمون ستوري لما هي كان بدها تتعلم لغة جديدة. Compare that to the difficulties immigrants face and immigrants today. لازم تعملوا comparison. You want to talk about how it was difficult or how it was similar or how it was different from the other story that you read, which is immigrants today. يعني لازم تعملوا مقارنة ما بين الليمون ستوري وقصة الإميغرانتس today. شو هي الصعوبات اللي واجهوها بتعلم اللغة الجديدة. So that's compare, meaning talking about similarities and differences. Compare معناتها الشغلات المتشابهة والشغلات المختلفة ما بين القصتين اللي قرأناهم. For number 4, explain how the immigrants preserve their culture. So لازم تشرحوا عن كيف الإميغرانتس كيف المهاجرين حافظوا على عاداتهم وتقاليدهم الculture. Preserve يعني يحافظ. So how did they preserve their cultures? I know when you guys did the quiz week 7, a lot of you said people preserve their cultures by, first of all, shopping or living in areas that have people from their culture. For example, in Dearborn Heights, a lot of Arab Americans come here because there are a lot of Arabic stores. People speak Arabic. They dress in traditional Middle Eastern clothes. So that's how they preserve their culture. They live within their community. So you want to think about that as well. تشرح كيف المهاجرين احتفظوا بعاداتهم وتقاليدهم. في قسم من عندكم حكيتوا انه لما الواحد يسكن بمنطقة بيكون فيها ناس من نفس منطقته او بيحكي نفس اللغة، طبعا راح يعني يحافظ على عاداته وتقاليده. And then here is a review of the vocabulary. مراجعة الكلمات. So these are the words that you have to know for week 9, which is next week. You're going to take a test on it. So make sure you understand these words. And I'm going to do this together right now. So my great-grandmother came to the United States as a blank from Europe after World War II. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? It would be if you said immigrant. My great-grandmother came to the United States as an immigrant from Europe after World War II, then you are right. Because of war, she often did not have enough food to eat. She left to escape what? ليش هي هربت? Why did she leave? What did she try to escape? Is it a just, community, foreign, immigrant, local, museum, poverty, or preserve? She probably escaped poverty. يعني هربت من الفقر. So I believe that poverty would be a good one for the second blank. At first, it was hard to blank to life. It was hard to what? It was hard to adjust to life in a community, immigrant, local, museum, okay? It was hard to adjust to life in a new country, but what is another one? We could say a foreign country. So for this one, foreign, in a foreign country, in a strange country, in a new country. So another word for that would be foreign. So at first it was hard to adjust to life in a foreign country. But, so here we are. But she met wonderful people in her new blank, in her new probably community. Together they opened up a blank shop. What did they open? They opened up a local shop nearby that sells arts and crafts from their home countries. She said selling the art helps to what? Helps to preserve her culture. Some of the art is so beautiful that I think it belongs in a museum. Okay, so we wanted to do this together because you will have a practice page where you have to do the same thing. Written review. Imagine you could donate an object to a museum. يعني تخيل انه انت تريد انه تتبرع بشغلة للمتحف to present your culture، وهذا الشيء يرمز للعادات والتقاليد. Write a paragraph to explain what you would choose and why. Use 4 vocabulary words. So if you do this as an extra credit for me, if you want to do it and send it to me in the email, if you have an assignment that you did not do well on, or you missed an assignment while we're online doing online learning, I can give you credit for that. So the written part is an extra credit. You can also write it to practice. At the bottom, it says explore new beginnings. When you're exploring new beginnings, why do people leave their homes to start over in a foreign country? How might these reasons affect their new lives? Write your ideas, give examples from the text and your own life. ليش الشخص يترك بلده ويروح على بلد جديد؟ شو هي الأسباب اللي راح تأثر على حياته الجديدة؟ And you have to write this down. This we will do as a practice conversation when we do the Zoom meeting. So just be prepared to answer this question. All right, so we are done with page 217. We're going to go ahead and go to page 218. But on page 2017, you have to do practice book page 290, and I will go over that after the video. Okay, on page 218, we want to review the concept of using prefixes and suffixes. So we are studying the vocab words. Prefix is what? The prefix is in the beginning of the word. It helps us understand the word. So let me zoom in so you guys could see this. And please use your book as well. You can see it clearly. All right. So use prefixes and suffixes. Identify is a verb. When you identify something, you name, recognize, or discover it. So here are the prefixes for this unit. The prefix is M, meaning into or not. Over means too much or above. Al, process of, having characteristics of. And full means full of or filling. If I see a dash on the right side, it means it's a prefix. It's in the beginning of the word. هاي الكلمة M تجي بداية الكلمة. شو معنات M؟ معناتها غير أو لا. The next word is over. تجي بداية الكلمة. معناتها too much يعني كثير أو عالي. These words come at the end of the word, which is not a prefix, it's a suffix. إذا الكلمة AL مثلا في dash AL هي معناتها بتجي بنهاية الكلمة. We call that a suffix. So al هي process of having characteristics. معناتها أنه راح يكون adjective يعني صفة. Full مثلا beauty full of beauty بتكون كمان بنهاية الكلمة. It is at the end of the word. It comes at the end of the word, so it's a suffix. Full of يعني مليان مليء به. So here is the explanation for the prefixes and the practice, and you will also have a practice book page on page 90. So that's part of page 90. This will help you out. Prefixes and suffixes help you identify the meaning of unfamiliar words. So they help you define the word, identify, find the meaning of the word. Prefixes والsuffixes بيساعدوكم حتى تتعرفون على الكلمة ومعنى الكلمة. But some prefixes and suffixes have more than one meaning. Follow these steps to figure out the meaning of a word with a prefix or a suffix. في كلمة إلها أكثر من معنى، بس أنتوا راح تعرفون معنى الكلمة من خلال ال prefix أو ال suffix. Cover the prefix or suffix. Figure out the meaning of the base word. For example, redo. We already know re means again. Do means you're doing something. What is redo? It means you're doing it again. كلمة re معناتها مرة ثانية. Do يعني يفعل. أنا شفت الprefix redo معناتها أنه أفعل مرة ثانية. أعملها مرة ثانية. Look at the prefix or suffix and decide which meaning works best. Use the meaning in a sentence to see if it makes sense. يعني تستخدمون الكلمة بجملة حتى تشوفون إنه هي تعطي معنى صحيح. Figure out the word's meaning. Identify the word parts in each word. If the prefix or suffix has more than one meaning, decide which meaning works best. Then write a sentence using the word to see if it makes sense. All right, so immigrate, migrate, wonderful, overeat, national, arrival. Okay, so immigrate, do we have a prefix or a suffix? بكلمة immigrate. So I have M means into or not. M or migrate. So I'm going to cover this. Okay. Migrate meaning to move from one place to the other. What about immigrate meaning not moving from one place to the other? But I know immigrate means to move from one place to the other. Wonderful. Wonder means when you think about something. But what about full? So you're full of wondering. So that's how you figure out the meaning. Overeat. I know eat means you eat food. But what about overeat? Means I probably ate too much. Nation, all. I know nation is a country. National, it has to do with a country. Arrive means when you get to a destination, when you get somewhere. Arrival is the process of getting there. Make an immigration graph. So data. What does it mean to have data? شو معنات كلمة data؟ هاي راح تكون بالامتحان النهائي. It will be on the test. Data is a factual information. Numbers. Okay, so it gives you facts. It gives you numbers. Data معناتها المعلومات. المعلومات اللي بيعطوكم إياها. Use a visual aid to show data on a U.S. citizenship. So here they give you examples of data. Collect and organize data. What percentage of people in the United States are U.S. citizens by birth? What percentage are neutralized or have become citizens since their arrival? Use the internet to research this data between 1900 through 1999. Okay, so شو هي الداتا؟ الداتا معناتها معلومات. شو هي المعلومات اللي يطلبوها من عندكم؟ Collect and organize data يعني جمع المعلومات. السؤال هو ما هي نسبة الناس اللي بالولايات المتحدة الأمريكية اللي هم أمريكان by birth يعني مولودين هون so هم أمريكان لأن هم مولودين هون. شو هي النسبة؟ تدورون بالإنترنت وبعدين you tell me that. So this is data, part of data. هاي المعلومات. راح أكتبهم لكم هاي الأسئلة بالأساينمنت تبع هذا الأسبوع وبعدين أنتوا راح تجاوبوها راح تجاوبوني أو تعطوني الأجوبة. So if you look at the bar graph هاي كلها بتعطينا معلومات. It gives us numbers. It gives us percentages. This is called data. Okay, يعني هاي بنسميها data معلومات. Add the two percentages. Subtract the number from 100%. This is the percentages who are not U.S. citizens. Make your graph, show your data in a graph. Share your graph. Share and explain your graph. Compare your data with others. So you could do this and send it to me just to show me if you know exactly the meaning of data. All right, so we're done with page 218. Right now we're going to page 219 in your reading book. And this is the last page. Okay, so on page 219, this is mainly partner talk, and because we don't have partner talk, we will be discussing this in Zoom meetings. So it says pair talk. Maybe you could do this with a partner to practice your conversations. You can do it with your mom and dad. Maybe you can also teach them. So this helps you speak. It helps you improve your speaking skills. So pair talk. Work with a partner, compare experience between groups in the selection or between your family traditions or family's traditions. Remember to look for ways the experience of traditions are alike and different. Use comparative adjectives in your discussion. شو هو النقاش اللي راح تعملوه بالإنجليزي مو بالعربي؟ بتحكوا مع شخص تاني وبعدين بتقارنوا groups and the selections between your family's traditions. يعني راح تقارنون ما بين أنتو الثقافات والتقاليد اللي عندكم وما بين القصة اللي قرأتوها. So you're talking about similarities and differences. We open presents after breakfast on a holiday. That would be a tradition. And then this would be the second person. This is how they respond. That's interesting. We always have an earlier celebration. We open gifts right after dinner the night before the holidays. Think about Ramadan. Okay, think about if you are fasting, if your family is fasting, or think about the holiday, which is the Eid. What is your celebration? Maybe you guys could talk to your friends. You can have a Zoom meeting with them or, chat on WhatsApp. How do you guys celebrate? What type of food do you eat? What do you do after iftar? What do you do on the day of the Eid? Do you guys get money or do you get gifts? and things like that. One of my traditions personally, in my family, my mom cooks rice and milk. You know, it's like milk, sugar, rice, it has butter. And that would be our breakfast. And we usually do this during the Eid, which is during our holiday. We also give money to kids, so they get money from adults. That's another tradition that I am used to. What about your traditions? All right, and here is writing and grammar. We are going to do a couple of grammar pages for this unit, so please do pay attention here. Study the models. When you write to compare things or ideas, you want your reader to understand your comparisons. Be sure to use words that show a comparison clearly so that your reader can understand what you have to say. This is not an okay example, so this is not a good example. This is a good example. So I'm going to read the one that's not okay, and I'm going to read the one that is okay. لما نحن نكتب وبنعمل مقارنة لازم المقارنة تكون كتابة صحيحة. So هذا النموذج الأول بيكون فيه أخطاء ما لازم تعملوا مثله. النموذج الثاني بيكون فيه الطريقة الصحيحة لازم تعملوا مثله. This holiday is important. Importanter. Okay. بالimportanter important عندنا 3 syllables. إذا 3 syllables شو بنعمل؟ بنحط more important ما بنحط importanter, so that's wrong. Then any other holiday of the year. We have fireworks and music, so maybe noisier. Okay, إذا حطيت noisier, is this the correct way of writing noisier? Look at the end of the word, noisy. How do I change it? I need to add IER than usual around here. Some people think the day is interesting for adults, but the more young citizens have fun too. They dance and sing and eat delicious food. So I see a lot of grammar mistakes here. This is the correct part. This is what you should be, or how you should be correcting your adjectives, especially when you're comparing two things. This holiday is more important than any other holiday of the year. We have fireworks and music, so it may be noisier than usual around here. Some people think the day is more interesting for adults, but the younger citizens have fun too. They dance and sing and eat delicious food. So here is what you need to remember. Add ER to adjectives that have one syllable. If the adjective ends in Y, change the Y to I before you add ER. I'm friendlier, IER, than I was before. I am more, or add more before adjectives that have 3 or more syllables. My new school is more difficult than my old school. You don't have to worry about this part. We are mainly done with talking about the 3 pages, but I will be sending you another video with your assignments.